Hello, my friends. My name is Ira, and today I'm presenting a new project of mine. I've been having some kind of journaling vacation, as some of you may know, and it's still on. I think I'll get back to journal making soon after the new year. After the something like 1st or 2nd of January. Meanwhile, all this time, you could definitely guess it's impossible to stay away from just crafting, and I've been doing bits and pieces, and that was mostly stitching, embroidery, and things like that. And when I finished a couple of embroideries, botanical embroideries, I decided it's time to arrange it into a journal. And here we are. This is just a meanwhile journal. This one is something new. I've never done exactly this way journals before. This is a soft book, a wrap. Actually, I intended it to be kind of an artist book or art book or sketchbook or something like that. I'll explain because of the choice of paper I have here. On the front, this is my personal hand embroidered thyme, wild thyme, just thyme. As you can see, it's a pretty realistic embroidery, I would say. I copied it from the picture in the medicinal plant book, so it's an exact copy of that picture, and I made it into a cotton frame of multi-layers, and it's like multifold. As you can see, this is some cotton let me see, cotton lace or something like curtain lace, and many layers of cotton, but mostly, this is the first time I'm doing this, the core of this wrap or this cover is made with many layers of book pages, old vintage book pages, so it gives this crispy sound which I intended to get, and it works this way pretty nice. So it's hand bound, and as you can see, this is the first signature. It has two signatures, and also this is cotton lace pocket 1 and cotton lace pocket 2, some cards and tags matching the color of the front page. I called it watercolor stitches. You will see why it is watercolor. I added an array of different postcards, mostly clean ones, also can be used for journaling and art. And the first signature, I closed it with the help of this closure, because just I made it easy to unwrap as it's or unfold or open, because I added a lot of watercolor paper there, and added different types of different textured papers. So for those who like sketching with pencils or ink pens, some of them might be very interesting, especially because they will produce a kind of vintage effect. So that's the front page of the first signature, a kind of a window, and this is also a completely hand embroidered picture. As you can see, I have nice fabric with beautiful pattern, botanical pattern, and one day it dawned on me that, oh come on, why should you copy anything on trace or use tracing paper if you have such a beautiful image? And I started to embroider different pieces, different parts of this fabric with different plants, and you will see some of them. This is the first one. It's pretty nice. I like it. And the inner part of this cover is slightly covered with a special textured paper. The texture is like linen fabric texture. You can feel it and you can even hear that. I don't know, I think it will be interesting to try different media on it. And this is what I'm talking about. This is a special collection of watercolor patterned paper. So these patterns are waterproof. They are not. They will not fade. They will not bleed if you add any water. But at the same time, to give it some kind of vintage look, I added it to it the. Yeah, it's coffee stained. Sorry for the interfering sounds. We might get some notifications. So some vintage paper, clean paper inside, not many pages, but some, and another piece of water. Sorry, I just turned off the notifications. So this is also watercolor paper of different texture a little bit, and it's also, as you can see, I punched the edges. This is Martha Stewart water punch. Some pieces of pages, some pages are decorated with the collection of die cuts. This is the hand-dyed page from one of the Happy Mails I got from Ashfield, I guess, maybe. And this is imagine another page of watercolor. Also this watercolor paper with watercolor print. So this is another die cut. And some more pages. As you can see, this one is also on a watercolor print, and here we can have another very thin and very soft page. Here we have a picture, a completely watercolor picture, original one from my daughter's art school classes. And here is the inner page, central page, and the back side of this signature is very similar with all these beautiful flowers. It can be used for journaling for sure. Yeah, and I fixed these plastic decorations with not only with the glue, a little bit with glue, but mostly it's with this clip, because otherwise it won't keep in place. These are all, and this is the back side of the front signature, of the first signature. This time it's also a completely hand embroidered plant, one of the most beautiful, I would say, and we have lots and lots of these in our fields, and I collected some this year and I use it for special medicinal teas, and it's just gorgeous. And believe me, these cups, bulbs, I don't know, they took years, because this is actually not French knots. This is just very, I like the final result. They are big and very 3D. So this is the second signature. Okay, and as I said, I made it pretty easy to open, because if you draw or write, it's easier when it works like this rather than when it's too tight. Anyway, you can fix it in place if you put this paper clip here. Let's see the second signature. The second is decorated. First of all, this is just, there are some tags, and here is a pocket, also some machine stitched decorations, and a card. This time this card, it says 1989. It's a original card, and I keep buying them from different collectors, or the people who keep some collections. Yeah. and it matches the color and the theme of field flowers. And this one is the set of tags, handmade tags, which I colored with some red tea. So and the front part of it is covered with pastel paper, paper for pastels, which also, so you can use some pastel pans if you have. And this is a nice, just absolutely gorgeous die cut, which matches the whole style, I would say, perfectly well. More pages inside, be that for writing or for drawing, sketching or journaling or whatever. More watercolor pictures and paper. So this collection, by the way, is already out of print. It's it's no longer made, it's no longer manufactured. It comes from Ukraine, as far as I remember. I have one more set of this paper, and that's all. I'm not sure I will be able to find anything like this anymore. Yeah, it's pretty unique. As well as these die cuts, I bought them long ago. I don't remember. It's definitely papercraft series, but I just don't remember the name of the brand. But it's papercraft for sure. Also something like watercolor in the name of it. Yeah, this is one of them. First of all, they're not very bright. They are pretty pastel, and at the same time they have sometimes you can see some glitter, some parts very intricate details, and some parts always pop up, and amazing pictures and flowers. I have had this collection for maybe 5 years so far, maybe more. I would say even more. And I just didn't know how to put my hands on it, because I just didn't know. I didn't want to spoil it or whatever. I was thinking about how to, what to do with this page, not to cover these beautiful pictures. And then I decided to leave it as is and just leave it clean. And one more, and that's the back side with another embroidery. And as you can see, it's like the same cotton piece. Yeah, and we can. This one it's very interesting fabric. It's kind of cheesecloth, but very thick, and it has some strange texture. I still don't know what kind of cheesecloth it is. I bought it from some local store. And this side of the cover can be used as a kind of plate, or just a space to keep something, to glue something. Or even if you still are going to use it for writing or painting, you can put some piece of cardboard here and have it as kind of board to put under the page for the ease of writing. So one more old interesting card with some extra notes. This is something like home budget, something like that. I just don't know. These two different people writing that. And the year, let me see the year. Will I be able? Oh yes, it's 1975. It's older than me. And some extra pages matching the style, with some writing space and with different quotes in Russian from famous people of the world. Very nice pictures and very nice pages that can be used as they are, as like flip chart here, or you can insert them inside these folders as well. And the pocket can be this one. These two mini pockets are intended for pens, pencils, or any other drawing, painting gear. And there are 2 more pockets for tags. Also, I guess it's Kaisercraft something. And some more tags. Okay, that's it. So that's that. And yeah, the biggest part of it was definitely embroidery, and I like the way it turned out, and I like the way this front cover with kind of a frame looks. I think I will make something like that sooner or later when I have enough stamina and time to embroider such a big picture again. We'll see, but not too soon now, because I have some projects, new ideas for new projects in my head now. This is gonna be in my both shops, and I would like to again explain for those who probably don't very much know the difference. I have 2 shops, which the one is Etsy, which you all know, and it has many drawbacks. And the biggest one is that it implies the fees on everything, imposes the fees on every single transaction. And the second minus is that it gets the sales tax from you immediately, and that's also, and I also then pay different fees even on this sales tax. So it's like very strange, I would say. I'm not sure even whether it's legal or not, but still it happens. And this is how it works for me, and for you as well. So it's not, it's not convenient for both of us, for the both parties. And Lovekey, usually the price there is lower because I have to pay lower fees, and more than that, this shop doesn't take sales tax from you immediately, so I can write a gift on the package, and then you won't have to pay the sales tax, but can be some customs and so on. Because I think the sales tax is absolutely unfair for individual crafters, because we are not the people who actually make this money world go round. And anyway, so but it's up to you. And yeah, one more thing, the link to Lovekey I provide gives you the opportunity to pay via PayPal the same way as in Etsy, and you have just all the same guarantees and everything as you usually have with PayPal via Etsy. You don't have to find any extra information or something like that. Anyway, as long as you have any questions, feel free to write in the comment section, or in my just in my Facebook group, or private messages, direct messages on Instagram. All the links will be there in the description box. I wish you all a very nice winter, and that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great time, and bye-bye.